Hey, this Judgment Waits bringing you some core domination from one of the new DLC maps from the Apocalypse map pack. This is, of course, Takeoff, and it is a reskin of the map Stadium, apparently one of your guys' favorite maps from Black Ops 1. Now, just so I'm upfront about this video, this is a highlight of that game. I had like a 5 death streak in here where people were just RPGing me, smawing me, and shooting me with a shotgun, so I cut that 5 death streak out of here. Now, I'm not going to talk about this gameplay or these new DLC maps. I already kind of talked about the maps in my previous dig video. If you didn't watch that, make sure you check that out. But instead, I wanted to remind you and talk to you today about an upcoming event that I am participating in. It's called 27 Hours for Endit. If you've been around my channel for any amount of time, you know that I am big on supporting the Endit movement. The Endit movement is all about ending slavery in the world today. There are currently 27 million people trapped in one form of another of slavery in the world today, more than there have ever been at any point in the history of mankind. And obviously the Endit movement is all about ending this. You know, if you want more information on this movement, just go to enditmovement.com and you can find out all about it, and all about there are actually 7 organizations that are partnering together to end this. So go over there, check it out. You can get lots of information. Let me give you a few stats. 200,000 people are actually trapped right now in slavery in the US. Most of those people are trapped in some form of sexual bondage. You know, they're being pimped out and all sorts of things like that. 80% of the people trapped are female. This is the statistic that really got me. 50% of these people are children. Average age is like 14. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Taken from Liam Neeson, the one he starred in, but that is what we're talking about, those sorts of things. Now, there's other things besides the sex industry. You know, there's bonded labor. There are people actually being born into slavery and they cannot get out, like in India and other places. So, you know, this is the issue that we're taking on. This issue is so big. This is like the second biggest business internationally, second biggest illegal business, I should say, internationally. It's actually tied with illegal arms sales. So that's how big this is, and it's growing faster than anything else out there. So guys, we have to stand up and stop it. Now, how do you do that? Well, I'm teaming up with Partners in Christ. That's pichrist.com. And beginning September 27th, we're going to be joining all together with people from all over the world in this 27-hour gaming event. That's 1 hour for every 1 million people trapped. Now, I'm going to be asking people to sponsor me in this in order to raise money for these charities. I'm going to try and do as many of these 27 hours as I can, but I'm going to at least put together a team to cover this time period. So I'm going to ask some of my friends to help me out, and that's what you can do. You know, you could try and do all 27 hours yourself, or you could get your clan together or some of your friends and just try to cover this time period, you know, and raise money by going and asking people to sponsor you or sponsor your team in this challenge that we're doing. So if you want to participate in this, just go to pichrist.com/endit, and there's actually a sponsor form on there that you can download. That sponsor form has a lot of information about the Endit movement. So as you're taking it around and asking people to sponsor you, you know, you can tell them about this, or they can read it on that form. You know, one of the big things, one of the really big things, and probably even bigger than raising money, that we want to do is just get the word out and raise awareness of this issue. Because to be honest with you, up until a year ago, I didn't even know that this was a huge issue. So, you know, let's get the word out about it. If you can't do the sponsor thing, or you don't want to do that, you know, at least just start talking to people and telling people about it. You know, I want to play Black Ops 2. I want to, you know, custom make my player emblem. Actually, I already got it on there, but I'm going to make sure that I talk to people in lobbies about the Endit movement and tell people about it when they ask me. These are all things that you guys can do too and be a part of it. So I'm hoping that you join me. I'm going to have links in the description of this video. So if you look below the video and you hit that more or show more or something like that, it'll drop down and you'll be able to see all the links to the Endit movement and to Partners in Christ website, and where you can get that sponsor form and everything like that. And remember, you know, you don't have to do 27 hours. You could do 2 hours. You could do 3 hours. You could do 6 hours or 12 hours. I'm going to at least try and do 12. I might, like I said, try and go for the whole entire 27 hours. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if you got any questions, make sure you leave them for me in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. Remember too, you know, this can be any form of gaming. Black Ops 2 is great. You know, I'm going to be looking for people that are participating in this to try and get into lobbies with them and try to partner up just so we can tell more people together about this. But it doesn't have to be on Black Ops. It doesn't have to be on the Xbox or anything like that. You can play Monopoly, you know, get your church group together and do an overnighter and play games and everything like that. Whatever you can think of, whatever type of gaming, just do it. Because obviously, you know, like I said, you don't want to be spending 27 hours on your Xbox. You're going to get the red ring of death or something like that, or it's just going to fry. But just do what you can. In fact, I was thinking it would be pretty cool to live stream or get some of you guys to live stream and maybe put a banner up on your Twitch or whatever that is talking about the Endit movement. I think Ocho Blanco was even talking about doing that. So, you know, whatever you can think of to help get the word out would be appreciated. Now, say you don't want to do any sponsoring or say you don't want to do anything like that. Hey, well, you could sponsor me. Or if you just want to give money towards this, you know, just go to Partners in Christ website on that Endit movement page, and there's a link where you can actually donate right there. And let me say this too, you know, we want to get as much money possible directly towards these charities. So any money that you guys give, if there are any credit card fees or anything like that that come out, I'm going to personally pay for those credit card fees because I don't want to see any money taken away from this. But that's all I have to say about this right now. If you have any questions, you know, I'm sure I'm forgetting something or I messed something up. You know, if you got any questions, leave them for me in the comments and I'll make sure that I get back to you. And I'll also be updating probably once a week with information on this event. So, you know, leave me those comments and questions. That way, if other people have the same ones, you know, they'll hear those in a future video. But thanks for watching this. As always, take care and God bless.
Nice work. RTB for debrief.